Hello, universe. It is 1:26, I believe, on Friday, the 30th of December, and Friday turned into Friday, baby. So I am very much looking forward to it. As a matter of fact, I'm putting on my coat so that I can get over to meet my friend for lunch so that we can warm up and get ready for my first co-hosted podcast, which I really look forward to. So I wanted to say that before I got out the door, and I will have a whole lot to say more. I will have a whole lot to say here shortly. A whole lot more to say here. Probably what I was going for. Anyway, pause, stop. See you soon. Okay, I am just going to let you know that the next podcast recorded with my friend Brisa is almost 2 hours long, but it's worth it. And I'm going to keep it under 2 hours by keeping this under 18 seconds. So enjoy the next hour and 59 minutes of life. Hello, universe. I am currently coming to you for the first time ever from a location other than my bedroom or my house. Well, that's not true. I guess I walked around on some of those early podcasts that are totally annoying. And the dog is currently sniffing the podcast as I try to figure out how to open these containers of edible marijuana treats that are kid-proof and adult-proof. Okay, so the reason I'm coming from a different location, I'm not coming, I am located in a different location, is because I'm introducing my first ever intentional guest, because I don't count Lily Mae Eden. So, hello, Brisa.
Hello.
And Brisa, I have already spoken about, but first, let's spell your name so that if anybody ever wants to know how to spell your name, they spell it correctly.
It is B-R-I-S-A.
Yep. And, the reason, okay, do you know the reason I want to have you on the podcast?
You mentioned it.
Do you remember it?
In detail, no.
Because of your sexy voice.
That one. I thought you meant the deeper reason.
Oh, no, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, because we're kindred souls, but other than that, I mean, I don't have a sexy voice. You do. Mm-hmm. So, first of all, the sexiness factor of my podcast just quadrupled.
Because that's what people are looking for.
Well, Brisa's sex sells, though, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, and I'm not trying to sell the podcast, that's the other thing. Like, this is a dilemma for me. How much outreach is appropriate, given that I don't really want anyone listening? It's a tangled web I weave, I agree. But the point of the outreach that I'm doing today was because I do feel like I've gotten a little, I don't know, focused on me. And I think expanding my reach into more adventure, just more dynamic interaction with other people, will really help me move this podcast into something more interesting for a larger audience. And I'm not necessarily trying to create Joe Rogan's repertoire of guests and comedy. No. Because to me, this connection is enough. I don't need this to go further than this. I mean, it will, probably. I'm not going to try to limit it, but having dynamic people in my life has been one gift I've never been short on. But recently, I pulled back a lot because I was doing so much self-inspection. Like, I needed some time not to be around people. And now that I feel like I've become a really awesome dude again, I think it's time to spend time with awesome people like you. So, this is the beginning of what I hope will be one heck of a glorious friendship. But the reason that I wanted to interview you is because I feel like, well, if you're going to be part of something that I'm creating and become a co-creator, well, I think this job probably has to be at least somewhat interviewed for. But I came up with a whole bunch of ways to get to know you through animals. Because if you were to describe yourself, wouldn't you describe yourself as an animal lover first? Okay, or maybe as a recovering goth chick. I don't know. Where would you're not recovering because that doesn't leave you. But what is it? Okay, what are the three most dominant variables that make Brisa Brisa?
Ooh, who knows? I mean, animals, of course, as we have.
Okay, love of animals is on there.
Animals up there. A weird interest in the macabre stays there.
Okay,
it's been there.
Which I love
That's
because
your recovering goth.
Okay, I'm a white boy. I put things weird. And then a third. Give me a third, because I couldn't guess the third.
Third. That defines me as a whole.
Oh, yes, I can guess a third.
Oh, if you have a guess, I don't even know.
How about artistic ability?
Oh, well, that one's. I was gonna say just how my brain works, but I suppose artistic ability is a outlet for how my brain works.
Okay, but and so do you think your brain works to give you more advantage than just the artistic way you see the world?
I think so. I mean, I just like to think I see the world in more of a, or just how I put myself into the world, like the tree at work. Mm-hmm. My tree wizard.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that part of me is fun enough and different enough that that's something I'm proud of. Is I see things
so
in a different way.
Your approach to the universe at large is very individual. There's not a whole lot of overlap in Brisa's Venn diagram with anybody else at work.
It sounds self-centered. I wouldn't put it that way.
Who's most like you at work and who's most like me? What I'm saying is we're both very uniquely individual. People at work don't want to be like me. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I get that they kind of are standoffish with me, but I can't think of another person at work that's really even like you, except maybe Cheyenne.
Mm-hmm. And she and I are...
You're different enough.
We're different enough, but very similar in a lot of core ways.
Right.
Well.
I mean, Kristen, no.
But I also had an equivalent of him before, so...
Well...
And that was a 3-year equivalent, not a 3-month equivalent.
Fair enough. All right. Well, so the idea here is I didn't want to get to know you through traditional means.
2 truths and a lie game.
Well, I almost did 2 truths and a lie. I will say I refrained. But I think what's interesting to me is we've worked together about 9 months. And in those 9 months, it's not like I ever had really any opinion of you. Because we work very different schedules. Mm-hmm. So our overlap was rare. And the times that we would get to ever work on projects together, we were just being assigned work. And the scuttlebutt around you is basically, well, she's into macabre shit and she's, the kind of girl that takes home dead rats. And so there's not a whole lot out there. Like, for instance, the scuttlebutt about someone like Lule is obscene. Yeah. But the scuttlebutt about Brisa is nobody says shit. So you were just never on my radar. But when we started working Christmas together, like all of a sudden, I realized how interesting a person you were. Because we never had any time to really talk. What were we ever doing that we actually got to converse?
Hell if I know.
Nothing. So when we finally started having conversations, I thought, well, fuck, man. Someday I'll tell you exactly where the generation of this concept came from. It's a little bit goofy. But when I started realizing that I needed to reach out, all of a sudden you were there. It was the kind of synchronicity that I knew was going to happen. I just didn't know it was going to be you. And so
I must have cried.
the fact that you were the piece that fell into place, I really thought it was going to be Lily, the delusional schizophrenic. But
I'd like to hear her on the show now.
You'll hear her. You'll hear her. No, you will. You won't hear her. You'll be with. We will have a show with Lily. Lily will want to meet you, and that will be.
What's interesting?
Fascinating.
Lily is a name I wanted when I was a kid.
Really?
Like, I wanted to be either a Lily or a Violet. Is the names I love.
Because of flowers?
I don't know. I just
she
wanted them.
loves her name.
It's
I will say
gorgeous.
she loves being called Lily.
I'm already optimistic. If
Okay,
it's a Lily.
Listen. Delusional schizophrenia is something you need to interact with.
Yeah.
Yes. And Lily is gonna love-hate you.
Love-hate me.
She's gonna hate-love you. More than love-hate you. But that is, who knows how long she'll be in jail. But once she went to jail, and I realized that it was going to be somebody else, it was almost as if the next moment I had the thought, it was you. And and even then I was like, Brisa? And it just was like, yes, Brisa, yes, Brisa, yes, Brisa, yes. And from there it was just dominoes falling. And I said, okay, obviously it's Brisa. I actually thought it might be Christian first.
Oh, that was
I even said at one point,
show.
we're cut from the same cloth. And he was like, yeah, fist bumps me. I know. We're not going to get into this now, but so you can see. I had some missteps. And this is when I went silent for 6 weeks because I really didn't know what the fuck was happening. I knew all these things were supposed to fall into place that weren't, and then Lily was going nuts, and then you were just there. So I do feel like this interview is somewhat superfluous. I don't think this is necessarily going to make or break your ability to keep the job. But this is my ability to say, I don't really know you that well, so these questions should help get us more familiar with each other?
Question mark?
Okay. And we're going to start with questions that I have, I've answered on my computer. I was like, I thought I answered all these. I did. So why don't you tell me what you think the least likable animal is while I pull up my file?
Least likable?
Yeah, least likable animal.
Oh, man.
And I started with this one for a reason.
What? This one is a personal one. And it might be twisting your question.
That's fine. No, the questions are left to be interpreted. That's part of the game.
I have yet to find an animal that I don't like, just species-wise.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean I've seen every fucking animal on planet
Okay.
Earth. But I think I told you about, it was you or someone else, about the eye, for an example. The creature with the long fingers.
I'm really glad I didn't put that on which one of these is not an animal now?
Just
I almost had that one on there.
To me, that thing is still cute, and I still want to meet one. Like, there are very few animals I have found or come across in my existence that I'm like, hard pass on. Frankly, it's a never. But there is a niche, and surprisingly, it is dogs.
Wow.
And I will qualify, but that is why it's a niche. Because to me, the worst animal I have ever interacted with in my life is a poorly trained dog.
That's actually a fantastic answer.
Because
my answer is raccoon.
Really?
Of course.
I'll fuck you right back.
They're the worst!
You're the worst!
You can't go camping and not hate raccoons!
I love them.
I know they're your favorite animal, but Brisa!
They're adorable.
They steal food, they steal eggs,
They're
they steal...
living my life right now. I'd be a raccoon if I could.
Your answer's better than mine. Your answer's better than mine. But I have a reason for my answer.
Raccoon.
And that's why we started with the least likable animal.
I see.
Whew!
But to me, through both events in my life, traumatic experiences, this isn't about the raccoon, it's about dogs.
Okay.
All right?
Were you bitten by a dog?
I had a dog that bit somebody.
Oh, you had a dog lunge? Oh, no, your dog bit somebody?
Yes.
Oh,
when
that's
I was
awful.
a child, and it was my fault.
Oh, that's awful.
So
there's a little backstory that really digs
But also
in.
just in my personal, nothing annoys me more than a dog that isn't well trained.
Hey, that was a great answer.
Thank you.
You started off, we should quit. I don't know if you can do better than that. That was a great answer.
It's just such a big, like...
It is the worst animal in the world because it's not its fault.
For both, exactly. Like, especially the tiny dog complex of, it's a chihuahua. It's small. What's it going to do?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't train, so he shits and pees all over my fucking house.
But me and my 140-pound German Shepherd get stares, thinking she's a hazard. That dog is trained better than me at some
Great answer.
Yeah. No, that's a hard opinion.
So you can see where we're going to go with this stuff. It's just going to be, like, what do you think is the best animal ever converted into a sports mascot?
Oh. Actually, this one, it's got to be the Rockies mascot. Whatever his name is, the dinosaur. But that's...
what is his name?
What is his name?
Dinger.
Dinger?
I believe so. You think Dinger the dinosaur wins this category? You don't know sports.
Well, also, my favorite mascot across the board is Gritty, but he's not an animal.
Okay.
He's just a thing.
Right, he doesn't count. No, this is an animal. I put the Seahawk because, one, I have no idea what a fucking Seahawk is. And two, how could you make a helmet look better with a bird on it than the Seahawks helmet?
Design-wise, yeah.
Come on.
For the costume.
I mean, compared to the Dolphins, which is just a fucking dolphin in a football helmet, that's the worst mascot.
Dolphins are intense in not just the pretty...
Dolphins will be showing up again, don't worry.
Dolphins are weird.
Dolphins will be showing up again.
If you just turn around, you'll see the dinosaur poster hung up in my house. I am both my roommate and I.
All right.
Dinos, we're dino kids. Like, that's just...
Okay.
And he's cute.
All right, you're a Colorado kid. Dinger. All right.
He's cute.
So far, you've been right once and wrong once. Okay.
Once. I mean, the
scariest insect to giantize.
Oh, well, see, for me, bugs across the board, cute.
Yeah, but which one do you not want to run into because it's now 50 feet tall?
Well, the only insect that does give me the heebie-jeebies still, not enough for me to hate it, grasshoppers. And anything
grasshoppers are fucking freaky. A locust is a freakier grasshopper. That whole thing that happens freaks me out.
It's weird.
That they turn into locusts?
And I think it's because when I was a kid...
That's the only species evolution thing that I can really name that might make Darwin make sense. The grasshoppers do turn into locusts. Mm-hmm. Oh.
But when I was a kid, I walked through a field just outside, and I came out and I was covered in grasshoppers, and I think that's why it freaks me out.
you have some trauma.
It's all trauma, isn't it? It's just all trauma.
I guess. I put termite.
Ooh.
Because one, they can chew a house down.
They could.
So if they were 50 feet tall, could they just chew them? And two,
chew down a whole building.
they fly.
Yeah,
At first, they fly away, and then they lose their wings. So there'd be giant termite wings all over the fucking landscape.
In that same
No,
genre, you could
thank
do
you.
A
No, thank
carpenter
you.
bee too, though.
What's
you
that?
could do a carpenter bee in that same genre of could take down a house and flies.
I mean, a killer bee? Who needs a giant killer bee flying around? I mean,
killer wasp.
pretty much any insect that's giantized is going to be trauma.
At the same time, though, I kind of want to see it. Any bug. I want to see a giant bug.
Do you ever watch all those old 50s movies, the ants and worms
or
and all that
even just
shit?
like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with the
Yeah,
ant
yeah,
that
same
they're
shit.
in? That's adorable.
It's fun. Did you see Tremors, the more recent one?
Yes.
With Kevin Bacon? All right. What is the hardest animal to draw?
Horses.
Okay, I put that too, because I've been told that by 100,000 people.
And I know
to
the
me,
horse
any
people
animal's
are
hard to
gonna
draw,
go
but
for
horses, supposedly, that's
There's
the
just
hardest.
so many, and you know what? For my recent work project, giraffe, I'm putting in that same category.
Well,
because
I would
their
think they'd have the same
body-
gangly problems.
They do.
And proportion-wise, they'd
And
be
so
hard
making
to
that
get right.
into a cutesy 16-foot-tall thing that would match our theme, could you imagine?
No, I can't.
That's part of why it didn't get done, is because that's such a weird... I admire horse people. Still kind of a weird niche to me.
If you're ever at my parents' house, I will show you a sketch my mom bought from the one art teacher she's had recently. She got some private lessons. This woman's horse drawing is out. It has an element that you don't see initially, but when you see it, you think, "My God, that's good." It is truly a drawing that I don't want much. If my parents die, I don't want any other shit. But I'd take the horse drawing. I'd take the horse drawing, and I'd take all of my mom's art. But I would take the horse drawing.
See, I don't have that with my parents' art in their house because it's just pictures of Colorado, which is still cool.
Well, yeah, but
no horse level.
Well, and there's a bunch of my dad's art up that's it's not as good as my mom's. I didn't say that. Oh, I did.
Uh-oh.
Favorite
Sorry,
non-bird flying animal?
Bat. That's an easy one. A bat.
Pterodactyl.
Oh.
You got it wrong.
Okay,
Forgot about the pterodactyl.
Okay, but pterodactyl, if we're gonna go there, Quetzalcoatlus kicks a pterodactyl.
Okay, but
it's in the same family.
I have the movie Q, the winged serpent, on fucking digital. I'll bring you that one next time. I might have that with me. Have you seen Q, the winged serpent? It's a Quetzalcoatl.
Oh my god.
That gets loose in New York.
Oh my god. That is like my favorite dinosaur across the board. So
it is a terrible movie, I just have to tell you. It's only worth it if you get drunk.
You know what got
again.
me so excited is the recent Jurassic World they put out.
Did you see it in 3D?
No.
I have it in 3D at my house.
But I was just so excited. I saw it.
Oh, yeah. That's got some good action in it.
It was the first... I saw it at Target with all that merchandise. Yep. They had a toy of the Quetzalcoatlus, and it was the first merch I'd ever seen. I didn't! And I regret it because I haven't seen it
Oh, we'll find you one. Those are around.
The first Quetzalcoatlus
I'll get you one.
toy I saw.
Now that I know.
It's just the best dinosaur.
Okay. Name the animal with the most unfair reputation.
Most unfair. Oh my goodness, there's so many.
I know.
There's so many.
And my answer sucks. Wait till the next question.
Oh no.
No, I'm giving shit away. Hey, did you do that?
Yeah, that's the fish.
That's excellent. I didn't even notice it till I got here.
Yeah, that's what I told Google to turn on. It's called the fish.
Wow.
And we sell those at work.
You're right. I am taking mushrooms at your house some night. Literally.
So many.
I think I might have some in my pocket. Shit.
And you could set it so it changes. For those listening.
That is so cool.
It's nanoleaf lights.
That is so cool.
Is what he is.
I can't believe it took me this long to even notice it.
And you can set it so that the lights will change with sound. So if we're watching, we had it on last night when we were.
So you can make it change lights and music.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, they're super neat. Nanoleafs. You got to look into them and then
okay,
you can keep
so
connecting.
I'm going to give you an ounce of mushrooms to put in your fridge, just in case I'm ever over here again and need some. I want you to have some and some yogurt on hand.
Fish right now.
Oh. All right, so the animal with the most unfair reputation.
I have so many.
Gotta pick one.
Most unfair?
Yep.
Oh my god. Raccoon? No.
Your raccoons?
My personal
The reputation with
raccoons.
you?
I'm gonna say a rat.
The rat?
Rats.
Rat's a good answer. Because rat definitely is a sensitive little...
Don't get enough credit.
Okay, I went with the dolphin. The little rapists that they are.
Yep.
They're not the fucking dog of the sea.
No.
I mean, maybe they are the dog of the sea.
They're freaks.
They fucking abuse each other. They pick on the adolescents. They rape each other. I mean...
They're just weird.
Weird is the word.
Weird is putting it gently.
All right. The animal Disney gets the rightest, and the animal Disney gets the wrongest.
The rightest and the You know what's a weird one? You mentioned this question.
And this is Disney, so don't go down DreamWorks Lane.
I'll try not to.
It's not the dog from Up.
No.
Although, I do love the dog from Up.
Doug is a national treasure, really.
Yeah.
One of them that I find, again, it kind of harkens back to rats, but this one's a weird 180. Because in Lady and the Tramp, the rat is the main antagonist. Beside the dog catchers,
it's like the Rat of Nim.
Freaky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then they turn around and Disney Pixar has Ratatouille.
Which makes the rat...
So that's a weird
That's
one.
a great answer. The rat in both
movies. And it makes me wonder, because that's such a generational gap there. Like Lady and the Tramp, so I'm wondering what the fuck... Is it just a change in opinion on rats? Or is it just... This is what
Ratatouille is such a great story.
It's so cute. You know what,
Ratatouille is maybe the most underrated Disney movie of all.
I might have a weird opinion about it, though. I don't like Remy that much. I feel like Emile, his brother, would have, from a design standpoint, is cuter. And would have made a cuter chef. And Remy's kind of an asshole.
Remy is kind of an asshole.
But he might fit the chef thing.
Yeah.
He has to be kind of an asshole chef.
Especially at that time in the zeitgeist.
So that's a weird 180. For the rightist... I mean, they always, it depends on what era, because...
Yeah, but I'm just...
you know what's weird that they do is they,
I tried to pick questions that would make you think.
The rightist. I mean, because if most of the animals in Disney movies are anthropomorphic...
Okay, I'll give you my wrongest while you're thinking.
Okay.
The crows in Dumbo. The racist crows from Dumbo.
I didn't even think about those. I haven't seen Dumbo in years, but that's true.
The racist crows in Dumbo.
Oh, if you're going there, I mean, the Siamese cat and the Aristocat.
Hey, listen, you can go back to the Song of the South, the whole fucking movie.
Oh, if you're going that perspective, there's so many.
I picked those crows because I still love Dumbo, but the crows are fucking awful. They're awful.
I'm the same way. The Aristocats is one of my childhood movies. I grew up with it. I love it. But the scene with that fucking Siamese cat and Lady and the Tramp has them too. We are Siamese.
Yep. It's all that fucking.
Do you have
racism.
Disney Plus at all?
No.
They put a disclaimer out now.
Oh, do they?
Watch a lot of the old Aladdin.
There's some triggers in this.
Pocahontas.
Aladdin? For what?
They say it's a general disclaimer.
For Jafar? What, spooky?
No, I think just the general disclaimer is this movie.
This might be a little racist because we're Disney.
Of course, they put it in the PC way, but they're this movie was made with reflections of the time. It's not what we stand by now. That kind of
Okay.
But they put it on before a lot of those older movies. Now they put a disclaimer.
You can't even. Song of the South they pulled. It's not. I have a copy of it, but you cannot get it.
I'm not surprised.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm. I've seen bits and pieces.
Tar Baby?
I don't think I've seen
the Tar Baby.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Remus.
Ugh.
Oh. Sit down here, boy. I'll tell you some stories about my youth. All right, so the one that get the rightest for me, I'm not going to tell you until you tell me yours.
Oh my god. Because then it's weird, because a lot of the animals in Disney are sentient. They're cutesy things.
Yes. So, Miss Disney.
You know what? I'm going to say it because this is one of my favorite Disney movies. Ray from Princess and the Frog. That firefly.
Okay.
I'd like to imagine all fireflies are like him.
Good.
That's
a great answer.
But he's so sweet and cute, and I love him too.
That's a great answer. He's,
I mean, even the alligator, the animals in that movie are cute.
I've only seen that movie once.
That movie, I know.
And you know who made me watch it? Lily Mae, the delusional schizophrenic.
That movie's a...
And Pocahontas. She made me watch them both.
Mm-hmm.
I put Timba from The Meerkat and the Lion King. Because I fucking love him. In both the live version, the redo, and the old one.
Him and the warthog.
Pumbaa.
Yes.
Pumbaa and Timba.
They are a good dynamic.
Yeah.
They are a very good
And I've always had a soft spot for meerkats, so when a meerkat showed up in The Lion King, I instantly loved it. Yeah, oh yeah, I've got it. I've got all the seasons.
Such a good show.
I've got it all.
But the drama, though.
Okay, yeah, I know.
It's it's the same to me as a soap opera, But at Meerkat Manor. I want more of that.
What animal are you most afraid of?
Most afraid of? Ooh. I mean, there's not many that give me the heebie-jeebies other than a fucking grasshopper. So like you're saying, like a swarm of locusts?
Okay.
As a whole would be scary.
Okay.
But an animal?
One animal.
Like there's so many animals I know I should be afraid of. Like bears are one of my most nearest and dearest.
You don't tangle with a bear and come out
but I want to hug a bear so bad.
Yep.
They look like
so did that guy who got mauled by the bears in Alaska.
It's unfair.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Have you heard that tape? You don't want to. Don't listen to it.
Kangaroos.
Okay. Good answer. Bam.
Yeah. Freaks. And
Good
they're
answer.
built weird.
Good answer.
I still want to meet
one. We're gonna come back to that one later.
I want to meet a kangaroo still. Again, it's not like a fear. Grasshoppers are the one
Without
thing.
a fence between you and the kangaroo?
No, but to see one. Okay. It's not a fear enough for me to
They're
say.
not at the Denver Zoo?
They might be. I haven't been to the zoo since, like,
Boy, it's been a while for me. We could do a trip to the zoo this year.
I'd so do a trip to
the zoo. Yeah, I would too. Okay, for me...
They have albino raccoons there right now. Not albino, but white. Like, they're not gray.
What, that's a breed? Or they bred them to lose their
I forget
color?
their names.
Oh, cool.
But they have them right now.
But you know that is just an unlikable little fucker who's going to steal your eggs.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, the animal I am most afraid of is easy. It's a great white shark. Fuck, man, I've had too many shark dreams where...
that's the bear situation.
I never want to be in the ocean and come anywhere near a shark. But a great white shark, I'll just have a heart attack and die. They can just eat me.
For me, that's a bucket list thing. I want
to go in a cage with great white sharks?
Any shark.
Oh, fuck. I've seen a shark in the wild once.
I saw one, and it was a very little one.
It was a 3-foot shark. I saw the same thing. But I saw a shark.
Tip on the tail. That's
I was down in Belize, swimming in Key-Cocker.
I love sharks as a whole. That's another one that gets a bad rap. Sharks.
They also eat people.
I don't care. There's too many of us and not enough of them.
What animal is tattooed on my ass?
What animal is tattooed on your ass?
Yep.
What would be a funny one here? Because I don't know what you would want.
I don't think I did either.
You didn't.
Well, let's just say it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's not going anywhere. A lizard. I just picked one out of my ass, quite literally.
It is a dolphin.
No shit.
I didn't know they were rapists at the time.
Why the fuck did you get a dolphin?
Because I thought they were like the animals we were communicating with in the water, and they were going to tell us all these things about the alien presence. And I know, now I have a dolphin on my ass.
I mean,
and it's not even, it is a dolphin, but it's missing its little...
That's also so basic.
I know.
Come
okay,
on.
but here's the story. Here's the story. I'm 21 years old. I'm working at a wilderness, or not the wilderness school. This is when I'm working at Wellesley College in the summer at a place called Exploration. And Julie and Polly are in their car leaving at 5 o'clock as I'm coming down to the place where we all sleep. And they're going to Rhode Island to get tattoos. And they're like, you want to get in? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to get in. So it takes me the distance from Boston to Rhode Island, Providence, to decide what tattoo I'm going to get or if I'm going to get one. So the whole time I'm like, because they both decided exactly what they're going to do. One of them's getting a paisley on her breast and the other one's getting this like wheel design on her. Like, so I'm like, I got to do something. And I'm looking at all the designs in the tattoo parlor. I'm like, I almost picked the Tasmanian Devil. I mean, it was just like, oh,
like Taz?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And it was, but I didn't trust the artist. Like, I didn't think we had the best artist.
You trusted him enough for a dolphin.
But my friend Polly drew this little cartoon dolphin that was just perfect. I was like, and it was only the size of a quarter, and I was going to put it on my ass because I didn't really know if I wanted a tattoo. This is way before tattoos were cool. And yeah, so I have a dolphin on my ass.
And is it the size of a quarter?
I'll show you sometime. But yeah. And what's funny is I rarely notice it, except sometimes when I'm in a motel with like multiple mirrors in the bathroom, and I always think I've got a bug on my ass. I'm like, oh fuck, it's my tattoo. So yeah, I have one tattoo.
And that's it? You stopped there?
Oh yeah.
You're not redeeming yourself?
Listen,
after the dolphin?
if it's required to get into heaven that you be cool enough that you got a tattoo, I got that done.
I guess.
You got
Maybe
any?
that's one of our. If you want to take me to the tank, you and I haven't gotten one yet. I want many.
I would like you give me one. That would be different.
No.
You don't think you could draw with a needle?
I Heart Fetishes equivalent.
Probably. It'd be
Depot
better than the damn
parking
dolphin, I can tell you that.
Oh my god.
I got a rapist on my ass. No, mine's a female dolphin. Although, do they rape? They might rape the juveniles. I'm serious. Dolphins are fucked
if
up.
If dolphins are that fucked, who's making it gender exclusive at that point?
You're right. This is a point I don't want to go any further on because otherwise my tattoo gets worse.
Oh no.
All right. History's greatest animal.
The greatest? I mean,
actual animal. Actual animal.
No dragons?
No, no, I mean an actual animal. Who? One. Name one. Yeah. I have an answer to this, which is why I asked this question.
The greatest animal. I mean, there's so many dogs that have been.
Yeah, well, mine's a dog. Nope. No doubt.
One I know the best, though, I don't know too many of their stories and stuff, but Balto, both for the movie and the story.
Okay.
That movie's so cute.
The dog Hachiko, who stood at the train
exactly
station.
What you're talking about.
With the Japanese.
And doesn't that one have a statue now?
Yes. At the train station.
Cute. That was the other one I was thinking of. That's the statue I had in mind when I was saying it.
Oh my God. That's all I need to cry is think about that dog. All right. on to your next question. Which imaginary animal would you bring to life?
Oh my god, there's so many. How to Train Your Dragon got me fucked up.
How to Train Your Dragon is such great cinema. I love it.
want to be Hiccup.
Well,
I mean, Toothless?
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
Toothless is... Oh, God, I love that first movie.
Isn't
I love it. I have it in 3D. I watch that all the time.
DreamWorks peaked at How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3 are good, too.
They are.
It's like Toy
But I mean,
Story.
just that
They're all
franchise as a
good.
whole.
The first one, though, is a masterpiece. I agree. Especially the
Even
animation of the dragons.
soundtrack, too.
Oh, and that's why I got it in 3D. I listened to that in the surround sound in the living room because...
So if I could pull the Toothless and just have Toothless, hell yes.
Okay, so not dragons generally, though, because what, you don't
Dragons
want...
in
You don't
general.
want
If I
smog
could- Well, I mean,
coming out of
hold
the
on.
Lord of the Rings to
Hold
blow it
on.
out in your castle.
I guess if I could be the Hiccup equivalent with any dragon, although
Okay.
Toothless is adorable. If I could be what's her name? I never watched Game of Thrones. Daenerys, I think.
Daenerys,
Targaryen.
yeah,
that
Queen of the Dragons.
kick-ass.
That's when I quit. The moment she shows up naked with like 3 dragons was the last episode I watched.
I watched 10 minutes of the very first episode, and I was like,
Game of Thrones will fucking get you for a while.
I got bored. I don't know what it was.
Well,
I
you didn't
just
wait. You
wasn't
didn't wait till the
into
last 2 scenes.
it.
Then.
Yeah, I'm not patient
Woo!
for that.
Oh,
I'm sure a lot of people.
Game of Thrones. I mean, I quit on it, but I always think I've got seasons 6, 7, and 8. I just need to watch
I had
them.
my own extended family on my case for that one. You haven't watched any of it?
Oh boy, I have it all. If you ever want to watch it, just ask for it. Okay.
That'll be the day.
So my imaginary animal I bring to life is obvious. The Kraken. Just for the chaos it would wield across. And the Kraken was seen today in Australia. I don't know what happened, but it fucking blew Sydney apart. Back to you, Dave.
Oh my god, I would be sad though if it is going around causing...
We live in Colorado.
Well, yeah,
I don't mind. Bring the Kraken to life.
My point is, eventually if it's doing all this bad shit, they're gonna kill it or trap it. That would make me
It's the
sad.
Kraken.
It would
It's a
make me
Titan.
sad.
Send a nuclear weapon in there. Let's see what happens.
I would still be sad if he...
Kraken just gets bigger.
If
It's like Godzilla. Whoa!
Okay.
Nuclear weapon was
If
a wrong
that's the case,
solution.
I'm fine. But if he gets killed or trapped...
Okay, I appreciate your humanitarian animal instincts. We can't just create something mankind's going to want to destroy. It's like it's the whole plot to cue the winged serpent.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite animal movie?
Favorite animal movie? I mean, I already said Balto, but I won't bring it back.
Okay.
But the polar bears in Balto are adorable.
Balto's great.
Balto's good. Another animal movie, though? Fox and the Hound is cute. Mm-hmm. That one's more nostalgia for me.
That's fine. I mean, it's an animal movie. It's not like I'm trying to find what you rented last year that you thought was cute.
Yeah, there's so many, though. I mean, it's more just animals in movies are always just so cute.
I still want to know your favorite animal movie.
Can I even think of one?
I will give you mine because it stars a dog named Benji, and it's called Oh Heavenly Dog with Chevy Chase, where he's a klutzy PI, and Benji solves the case for him.
Uh-huh.
I have it with me if you ever want to watch it.
You know what is weird? I
see
don't
it.
like live-action animal movies.
Good. Oh Heavenly Dog will change your mind.
That is weird. Yeah,
He dials the phone for fuck's sake. I mean, come on, Benji. Good dog.
He's on the phone. I respect it. For me, it's always animated. That if I
Yeah, but you grew up in the animated. You grew up in the treasure box that is animated cinema. I mean, DreamWorks and Pixar and Disney. I mean, God, animated film might be the best film of the 21st century. Mm-hmm. So I get it, but I was 7 going to see Oh Heavenly Dog.
I guess for me, I'm just going to stick with Fox and the Hound for the nostalgia. And
Listen.
for that one is gut-wrenching sometimes.
Yeah,
when she ditches him in the...
There's, especially if you're an 8-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's some emotional roller coaster in that movie. That is not present in Oh Heavenly Dog. There's some intrigue and some mystery, but not as much emotion.
But I'm not crying seeing the fox get left in the
Okay,
rearview mirror.
what animal movie makes you cry?
Fox and the Hound. You know what?
It does?
I have one specifically.
Okay, so do I.
And it's not a movie, it's a short film. It's Disney, I believe. Disney's short film of The Ugly Duckling.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's so sad. Because the story alone is so sad.
Yeah, it is.
But I grew up hearing that story. And I didn't cry to it. But the Disney equivalent... There's one point where it finds a wooden duck in the water. The kind that's made to be a kid's toy that bobs back and forth. And he's on the back of it. So he's on the back flipper making the thing bob.
Yeah.
Thinking like, oh my god, I finally found something. And then he swims around to the front of it and it's bobbing and it hits him in the head with its wooden bill.
Yeah, but how bad are all Disney movies? Bambi starts with mom dying in a fire. Yeah. Dumbo, mom and Dumbo can't be together. I mean, it's just like Disney.
Dumbo's sad. I haven't
Disney
seen Dumbo much, though.
Oh, well.
That's why Dumbo would be up there for me, too. But I didn't see Dumbo until I was, 12, 13. It wasn't my childhood movie,
Yeah.
What I had on VHS was Fox and the Hound, oh, what else? Any of the Disney princesses, but of animal movies,
Uh-huh.
those are some of the worst.
Well.
But the Ugly Duckling I found later on YouTube. It's just a short.
Yeah.
And that one was, again, like 12 or 13. I find it like, oh, that's a tearjerker. That one specifically.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
What's the one with not Clifford? It was recent. It's got, fuck. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. That wasn't even a question. I was just curious. What's your ultimate exotic pet?
Oh. I've already... Oh, my God. Nope. I know it. A tegu. An Argentinian tegu.
I don't even know what a tegu is.
It's like a Komodo dragon, but smaller.
Are you nuts?
It's
is it
not
venomous?
as big. No.
Okay.
It's not as big as a Komodo dragon, but just to get you on the train of what it looks like.
Okay.
But they have these big chubby cheeks on them, and they're just
So
like...
are you a lizard fan?
Oh,
Did you ever have a pet lizard?
I had a snake.
Which snake?
A ball python.
I had a garter snake.
I want garter snakes. I'm already thinking of getting them as a birthday present to me.
Really? How many garter snakes would you...
Well, they're supposed to be housed socially. Like you're supposed to have at least 2.
I wonder if that's why mine died. Mine died fast. I
Well,
lasted
another
like
thing
2
about
months.
that family of snake, like
Uh-huh.
corn snakes, garter snakes, that family is well known for up and dying for no reason.
Well, mine seemed to. But I will admit, Tracy Waldman, who earlier I referenced as one of my lifelong friends, dropped him when she wanted to hold him, and as soon as she got him, she freaked out and dropped him, and
That
he
was
never
always
ate
my
again.
fear with my tarantula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never ate again.
But
So I think that might have killed him.
no, with garter snakes, you're supposed to buy them in at least 3s because of that up and dying thing.
I was not aware of
If one
that.
of them up and dies, you'll still have 2. They're supposed to be social snakes, and that's part of why I like them.
Boy, if you get garter snakes, I'd be fascinated to see how that goes.
I love them.
Because I still think back on those days with that snake. He used to get out of his pen, get into my bed, and curl up at my feet.
Oh my god!
Swear to God,
that's how my
it was neat.
ball python was. Honey was such a sweet baby. She would just
Honey,
hang
what a
around.
good name. I was Jake. Jake the snake.
But that's my 2 next, want to get pets, and garters are much closer in the timeline. But
Yeah.
I want to get a tarantula again, plural, tarantulas.
And are they social? Are they supposed to be
No,
paired?
they're supposed to be alone.
Oh.
They are on their
So you
own,
just
but
want
I
to have them in
want-
different habitats,
Yes.
looking at each other,
Yes.
going, I'm going to kill you if I ever get the
Well,
chance.
not next to each other, but plural.
Hey, what about those? Is that true that beta fish will kill each other if they're put together?
Yeah,
It
males.
is?
Males and females both, but males are predominantly the ones.
I've had a few beta fish in life.
Beta fish, I feel, are so under-respected because they'll tell you, oh, we can go in a 5-gallon tank. It'll be fine in a 5-gallon, and they sell them in cups, and it's just so.
Don't they live in
Unfair.
the little puddles and rice paddies? Isn't that where they're found? Okay, that's probably something somebody told me to make me feel better about the fact it was
No.
living in an orange juice jar.
Yeah, no, that's another. Betas especially are like the things people use as decoration.
Well, my girlfriend gave me a beta fish for Valentine's Day. I had the damn thing for over 9 months because I took it home at Christmas. And I took it in the plane in a Tropicana orange juice jar.
Oh no!
And while it was in the plane, it like upside down floated. And when I got it to Colorado, it lived.
Yeah.
And then when I took it back on the plane, it died on the plane. Never survived the second trip.
Betas are so poorly treated.
Well,
They're like the most abused.
I mean, and I broke up with my girlfriend like 2 weeks later. So I feel like the fish was probably feeling the vibe. My girlfriend broke up with me, by the way. That's the true story. She realized that I was sleeping with other people in the hall and thought, that's not going to go down. And I thought, well, it's going to go down a lot more now. All right. So, grossest animal... Oh, my ultimate exotic pet is simple. Hippopotamus. Grossest animal behavior. I admit that the whole aesthetics and really just figuring out how to get a hippopotamus into the house would be tough.
Yeah,
But
at least mine.
I would love to be like, do you want to meet my hippopotamus?
I mean, I just want to throw a watermelon, do the chuck a watermelon
Oh my God.
and crush it.
And I know he would kill me eventually. Like, I know hippos are, like, dangerous.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have an exotic pet, I'm going to go hippo.
Ooh, and then you'd have an excuse to have a big pool or a lake for him. He'd need that.
A whole block.
You'd have a whole...
I would need some room.
Yeah. Or you
Hippo.
just get friendly with your neighbors and say, listen.
Here's the thing. We're going to build a pool and get a hippo.
So-
You in or what? I mean, I'm a fun the fucking thing. You just have to give me your backyard. What's the grossest animal behavior?
Ooh. I mean, the first immediate one comes back to, like, poorly trained dogs, but specifically humping dogs.
Okay, humping dogs is a good one.
Because I had, before we got
Humping
our
dogs
shepherd-
is a good one.
Yeah, but before we had our shepherd, we actually adopted a, what is it? St. Bernard. A male St. Bernard named Bronco. and
Wow.
he was a humper.
Oh boy, a Saint
you could
Bernard?
not be sitting.
That's not a good dog to be a humper.
No.
I knew a Saint Bernard humper.
And so he
And he was
didn't
a
last
150
more than a
pounder.
weekend because he was.
Yeah, no, that's
a little kid.
that's intolerable.
Another gross animal. I mean, there's so many.
Mine's dogs eat cat shit.
Yeah, that is gross.
It
Or
is
their own
gross.
shit.
Well, and then they want to lick you. I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea he's going to get my love, but I know he's eating cat shit. You know.
Oh yeah, that is gross.
I've never gotten past
There's
that
also
one.
so many like just natural things though animals do that people find gross. Like there's a specific kind of toad that when it has its eggs, it'll go inside its back, and then they will hatch from the the toad's back.
What,
And
like,
they will
it's
be
inside the skin?
Yes, and so
And then
when
they
you look
crawl
at it,
out
they
through
crawl
some
out.
orifice of some kind?
Yeah,
or
they're
they
just holes in the
eat
skin.
their way out? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
and then when you
Nature's
see
so
them-
wonderful, is it not?
So there's a lot of natural shit I'm sure people, and there's some frogs that will pull their eyes inside their skulls, and you'll see them in their mouth. Like there's so many natural things animals do that I also think people just find gross. To me,
Yes.
they're fascinating, but objectively, I know it's weird and gross. Anyway, certain.
I'll never get over the dog eating cat shit out of the litter box. It makes me fucking just, every time I hear that, see me!
Oh, see, mine have chicken shit together.
Oh, God.
Even more fun.
Oh, no. All right, what's the coolest animal?
Aw, picking favorites.
Now, what's the coolest?
The size
The
of
coolest. The Snoop Dogg of animals.
Snoop Dogg of animals. Snoop Dogg of I mean, I want to go Quetzalcoatlus again.
Okay, listen, there can be repeat answers. There's no qualifier on here that you
Just
can't have the
'cause-
same animal
I
twice.
mean, it's just a beast of a creature. I mean, any dinosaurs, I think, as far as cool, at least for what we know now, and the standard we have of what a dinosaur was and did and is, still pretty fucking awesome.
Okay.
Just for the size of them, I mean, just if you think of, not even a Quetzalcoatlus, but even a Triceratops.
Yeah.
Their head was
They're
on
assembled.
a ball joint.
Yeah.
Just to spin 360.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so, and that's just one example of many. It's like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Just the engineering of that animal is
Yeah.
fucking fascinating.
And yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And I think part of it does come from the fact that, like, we never saw them, so it's cool from the aspect of, like, well, that happened.
Right. And
It's
so,
different, because there's animals
right.
today that have that same amazing engineering,
yeah,
but it doesn't have this mysticism of, like, but it was a dinosaur. But the size, too. I mean, we don't have anything nearly
were you a
as big.
dino kid?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Were you more a dino kid or a monster kid?
I started out as a monster / alien
And I mean,
kid,
okay, yeah,
and then
sci-fi
I
too,
moved
yeah.
into dinosaurs.
Did you? Yeah, I kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really into like werewolf, vampire, Frankenstein.
See, I wasn't that. I was
early.
scared of those when
Were
I was
you?
a kid.
I
I was more aliens, like Star Trek. I was watching Star Trek as a kid, so I
Okay,
would see that
the original
level-
series or the
the
next
original
generation?
series.
Okay,
My dad
which is
rented
pretty. That's good
famous.
TV for kids. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
good TV for
fun.
kids.
I mean, like
Even the Gorgon, and I mean all the. It's the right level of both plot and sci-fi. I love Star Trek. Oh, I had something to say just before that too. Oh no, I know what it was. So when I was a kid, my dad bought me models all the time. I was always making models, and one birthday they got me Frankenstein. No, the Mummy, and the Wolfman. And the Mummy's like eyes and part of his banding glowed in the dark, and the Wolfman's teeth and his claws glowed in the dark. So every night I'd have to go get my statue or my models, put them in my closet, shut my closet door, get back in bed because I was so fucking scared they were gonna come to life.
No.
I was like, oh my god, I can see them. All right. So I said the coolest animal is the orangutan.
they are cool.
They seem unflappable. Just chilling in the fuck.
They do.
Where are you gonna put me? I'm fine with that. Don't worry about me. I'm dead.
Demeanor.
Sure, some bananas would be great.
They
But
just seem like-
I'll be fine just thinking about life.
yeah, no, they definitely are chill, cool, and they're chill.
Exactly.
animals.
They seem like the Snoop Dogg of the animal world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Especially Snoop Dogg specific.
Well, I'm a
Put
big
me in
fan of the
whatever
Snooper.
commercial you want. I'll do whatever you want.
That's right. I'll sell Corona, baby.
I'll sell whatever.
Yeah. Who's this white dude?
I'll sit on the beach.
What's
with
he
Andy
on?
Samberg.
Saturday Night Live? Bullshit. I've seen Saturday Night Live. He ain't on it. Prettiest animal.
Oh, there's so many. I mean, I want to go immediately bugs. So many bugs.
Okay, good. I wanted to immediately go peacock, and I didn't. I'll be outside thinking about this.
You
this
want
vape hit.
pause?
No, we're not going to pause. You're going to think. I'm going to be back because I'm going right here.
Thinking. Banana. The least likable flavor is artificial banana.
All right, prettiest animal.
So many bugs.
Whoa.
There's so many bugs out there that are gorgeous in their own ways. I mean, to me, even a dung beetle is pretty.
Okay.
Because they're, I mean, just in terms of how they are built is so different than what you're used to seeing, be it a mammal,
Yeah.
fish, and fish too, but specifically
Ooh,
deep sea
I didn't think
fish.
about anything in the water.
Deep sea fish,
Oh
specifically
yeah.
to
Have
me.
you ever been deep sea fishing, or
No,
deep
but
sea
have you
snorkeling or
seen-
anything?
I believe this summer they got a sub to down to the bottom of, I want to say, the Marianas Trench.
Yeah, I think so too. It was
And
a
the
mechanical
footage
sub.
of that.
Have you seen some of the
Those
shit down
animals
there?
look like,
Like aliens.
I was going to
Straight
say
up.
angels. Like, they are majestic.
Oh yeah. Well,
some of them.
some of the translucent ones.
Exactly. Like, those are... I think, to me, part of what makes both bugs and that kind of fish or
Yeah.
aquatic creatures, they're so alien. Like, they
Yeah.
are so weird and different. And not, dog shape or cat shape or anything familiar like a terrestrial, like a hippo or
Right.
a person. Bugs and fish alike have this weird, otherworldly feel about them. And especially deep sea fish.
Yeah.
Because both of those, as well, we don't know as much about. Both deep seas, and we're finding new bugs all the time.
Yeah, I know.
That it's
Well, and isn't the estimate that we might know 10% of the insect biosphere at this point?
something like
That there's an
It's like-
enormous amount of
So
undiscovered.
both of them, what makes them pretty is that they're so mysterious and
Yeah.
differently shaped and built. But deep
So if
sea
you had to
fish
pick one, though, what are you going to pick?
my heart goes to bugs, but I'm going to say the fish.
Yeah,
Now
but
that
pick
I'm
one.
thinking
Pick
about
one.
it.
So
A
the deep,
specific one?
deep sea fish, meaning those neon translucent fish that we see
Something
in the
like
Marianas Trench footage, that kind of stuff.
kind of
Okay,
like
I'll
that.
give you that. That's a category that I don't expect you to know the names.
I know some of those are so niche to me.
But for
That's-
me, I picked the Black Panther.
ooh,
just
they're
because-
sleek.
yeah.
Oh yeah, majestic.
I mean-
they're just
They're pretty. They're
Yeah.
fucking pretty. They're pretty.
they are.
All right. Animal that's won you over the most in life.
You know the answer here.
The raccoon?
The raccoon. Yeah.
Because they start an unlikable animal that somehow you found somewhere in your heart to put some love.
I'm just saying.
Mine's
I'm
the
just
spider.
saying. Ooh, you know what? I could see that too. Even though as a kid, even though it's not a spider, a daddy longlegs, I still liked daddy longlegs as a kid. Even though it's not
I
a
had
spider.
I had my pet daddy longlegs.
Yeah,
For sure.
I had a niche, so for me it wasn't a full no.
But even
Bugs as a
living
whole as well.
and living in a house infested with black widow spiders, I think has sealed the deal for me. That I'm now
You get
I think my love of spiders might be the whole reason that my soul's being saved. I just think that could be the one saving grace I had going for me is that I always treated spiders right.
I think that's another one though to go with the sharks and the spiders of the world. Is
Uh-huh.
That's all a genre I had as a kid. I was scared of,
Yeah.
and now I've grown, figured shit out, and realized, hey, they're necessary.
It's like an animal that grew on you.
I know all of it. There's so many categories.
So is this
That's
working
it.
so far? Is this a good way to go about this?
Yeah.
I'm finding this incredibly fun to do. But I came up with it, so of course I am. All right, which brings us to the next question. What battle royale in the animal world would you want to watch?
Did you ever watch the show Bug Wars? I think
No,
that's
I don't
what
think
it's
so.
called. But it's legit like they give you the specs, quote unquote.
Uh-huh.
of each
Oh, really?
bug.
Weighing in at 7 grams, 4
Exactly.
ounces.
This
Oh my
one's
god.
equipped with razor sharp fangs. Like they get so
Oh,
intense.
I hope it was
about-
on Fox.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. But that show is funny enough. But if I had to pit two things
Yeah,
against each other,
real things this time.
real things. What would I want to see? I was like ooh, you know what? I want to do a snake against something that's bigger than it. I don't know what, but I just want to see if something big and lumbering versus a snake. Maybe a tiger versus snake kind of
Okay,
combination.
yeah.
Because I just want to see if the tiger's quick enough to get the snake, or if the snake is quick enough to wrap around and get
Snakes too. I mean, if you think about the hardest animal to go up against, if you're something like a tiger and you're used to 4-legged animal world, and something's slithering at you and coming at you and lunging from.
That's what I want
I
to see
mean,
what that.
you would think that
interaction
it would
is
just
like.
be an immediate dissociation of what you're even facing.
And then
like-
you have a mongoose though that'll go right into it.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Mongoose.
But I'd like to see something like a bear versus snake, or just something big and lumbering.
Okay.
Versus that quick
Yeah. Of course, you're also a fighting games video game girl, so I could see snake versus bear. You know, you could make a great video game that was just animals fighting animals. It would be, and you could do it in cell shading style or something that was just almost cartoony, but they all had their own attributes.
Oh my goodness.
That would be kind of fun to design.
That would be, at least just to do the character design.
Yeah, because it wouldn't you didn't have to look any further than just what's out there now. Okay, well I put that I want to see a great white shark versus orca. Which I really don't, because I don't want to know who wins. But I kind of do, because it seems like a fight that would be fair.
Interesting. Yeah.
That probably, has that ever happened, I think?
It has to have.
I mean, orcas fight sharks, right? I'm pretty sure they're enemies. I don't know. I'll go look that up.
I mean, there has to have been some point in history
right,
where they came together. It's, you know.
Have you ever seen the movie Orca? It's cheesy. It's the movie that came out the year after Jaws. Hey, what else can we make a movie about? Great white sharks? No, we did that one. Killer whales? Yeah, make them awful. I mean, it's a killer whale on a revenge trip against the captain of a boat. I mean, it's Moby Dick with a killer whale. It's awful. And it's got Jacqueline Bisset or somebody in it. Okay, the best named animal.
Ooh, best named. For cute, slow loris. I think I showed them to you as well. Slow loris.
Slow loris? Is it a dinosaur?
Loris. It's an animal. It's in the same. It's like.
Is that 2 words?
Yes.
Okay,
but
so
it's called
slow.
Loris. And there's just these big old...
I'm not that slow.
I remember I showed you
I'm smarter than you think.
I showed you the video.
Short bus.
Oh
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just got really hot.
Disrespecting.
That last
the
hit
poor
killed me.
slow Loris.
Oh.
But I showed you the video of them. It was eating the rice ball. Like the big puppy-eyed...
Oh, yeah, that thing.
That's
That's the one that I was like, yeah, she shows me this video with these things drawn by an animator. Those eyes were fake. All right.
That's a pretty funny one.
I said it was the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Dinosaurs. See,
Well, tyranny, king. I mean, it's just like, I almost said the Stegosaurus because I just thought the Stegosaurus is a great named animal. But Tyrannosaurus Rex kind of rolls the most.
It fits. I mean, if
It
that's
does
the
fit.
beast
It fits.
that
It fits.
Yeah, you are.
Somebody got it right.
Tyrannosaurus.
2 animals you'd like to see hybridized.
Ooh, a hybrid of them? Would be good.
We're going
I
to pull
always thought-
this snake and this bear, and together we're going to make
Together.
a bake.
They're not fighting anymore.
A bear.
I think like a bug mixed with anything. So the concept of like a mammal but still with insect qualities would be cool. Like say you get since
Well,
we're
like a
bears,
walking upright.
you get like a bear, but it has like elytra like a beetle does,
Ooh.
where it can still have those flapping, or it has an abundance
Oh, a
of
bear that
legs.
can fly across the room with an antenna.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Or like the cricket ability to rub its legs together and make a fucking noise.
Yeah.
Anything mixed with an insect.
You
would be
are an
fun.
insect girl, I'll give you that.
I am.
I was afraid that I didn't have enough insect questions in here. Now I'm sure.
I'm giving you the bug content.
Okay, here we go. I said kangaroo.
Wait, in what sense?
I don't care. Either way you want to do it. Top half gorilla, bottom half kangaroo.
I'm thinking like
Top half kangaroo, bottom half gorilla.
I'm just thinking.
No, but think about this.
Oh.
You're a gorilla up top and a kangaroo jump.
Terrifying.
Exactly. Put that up against your bear snake.
My bears.
Or whatever insect. Your tiny little insect legs on top of a bear. Okay, my kangaroo wants to have a word with you. Okay, so that's the first section already done. That was the basic interview questions that I thought would be fair that we both answer. Seemed that would be the way to go. The next one is going to be the, I think we should do, this one will be the multiple, no, this is the how much do you know about animals generally.
Oh, no.
Should we take a break? You want to pause?
Sure.
Okay, I'll get something to drink. Did I bring anything? I don't think so.
We'll see. Yeah.
Okay, so back we are.
Back we are.
So this part is designed to be the part where we really test Brisa's random knowledge of animals in the world. I would maybe get 2 of these right, but I probably wouldn't. Some of these are just questions to make us think about, is that really the right answer? Oh, fuck, that sucks. Okay, so we'll start with this one.
Crumble. Oh, no.
Meerkats are mostly found in this country.
Country?
Yep.
See, now you're getting into things I don't
I'm aware. You might have to name some countries in Africa here. How many of those can you name?
None.
You don't get to go to Google at all.
Oh, my God.
Okay, if you give up on this question, I understand. Trust me, I have an entire embarrassing episode about how little I know about African countries. I'm happy to let you listen to
I'm
it.
across the board. Geography is my weakest.
There are
fucking
52
subject.
countries in Africa. I didn't name but 19.
I want to have fucking one of them.
You can name one. One. There are pyramids there.
One. I can name one.
Come on, dumb Americans.
Actually,
Don't be that dumb.
Two.
Because there's a South.
There's a... No.
3.
No.
Chad is a country in Africa, believe it or not.
You know what? I had a really in-depth unit in middle school, so I know Rwanda.
Okay,
Rwandan
did you
genocide,
study
that's
the
That's
the
what
genocide?
It was. Yeah.
Oh,
No, that was a
God.
like month-long unit.
Yeah, I bet it
in middle
was.
school.
Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
That's awful.
Awful. That's
That,
the one
that guy
I
did deserve the best actor for it. He was great
Oh
in
my
it.
god, he was.
But a terrible movie. I mean, just a horrible part of world history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, these 4 countries all would have counted. Botswana, number 1, is where they are found. What they're found in is called the Namibian Desert. And they are found in savanna lands and grasslands, but they are found in extreme arid conditions. They dig into the ground, they live with moisture underwater. They found that water mostly underground, although they do go for spring water too, but they're always living in areas that are almost rainless. So Botswana, Namibia, Angola, South Africa, in that order are the 4 countries in which you'll find them. Any of those would have counted. So, yeah, there's 4 countries you might not have known are in Africa. Namibia.
Namibia, now I don't know.
Okay. How much water can an American pelican hold in its bill?
Ooh. What would it hold? Are we talking, in what measurement do you want it?
Well, it doesn't matter. Just tell me a measurement, and I'll tell you if you're right.
I feel like it's
I mean, if
more
you're
than
going
I
to give me
think, but I don't want to go
nanograms,
high.
I don't know.
No. I feel like it's one of those where it's like, I don't want to do too much.
Hey, listen,
more than
I try to
think
come
it
up with
is.
good questions here,
It's more than
Brisa.
I think it is. Man. I'm just going to go, my favorite number is 5, and that's my go-to number.
Okay.
5, and I don't want to know, I'm going to say gallons. But that sounds like too fucking much. You know what I mean?
Well,
5
do you want
gallons is too much.
to consider your answer here, or what are we doing?
I'm just going to say a couple gallons, like 2 to 3.
Okay,
That
you got
sounds
that
like
one
too
right. The answer is 2 to 3.
Hey!
That was
Okay.
exactly the right answer.
Look at that. Because I'm like, I was going to say ounces. I almost went ounces there, but I'm like, no. They have a big
3 gallons
fucking-
is the average, but
Pelicans are beasts of
for
a thing.
there are smaller ones where they only hold about 2 to 2.5. How many rats are on Earth?
Oh, so many. Oh my god. What would even be close? How many rats are on Earth? Oh. Again, this is one where I'm sure it's more than I'm thinking it is. Like, I
Well,
know
and the
it's-
follow-up question is, how many pigeons are on Earth?
Oh my god, both of
Come
them.
on, I had to pick rats and pigeons.
My combo. My
A few
female
less
combo.
rats as of the time the hawk moved in.
Cooper really is knocking that number down, 1 rat at a time, but...
And these aren't even my favorite sections.
Oh my god.
It only gets
My
better from here,
hair
Brisa.
out. Oh goodness. I want to say
How many rats are on Earth? That's the first one.
my first number was millions, but I'm gonna go with, I don't even know the billion number I want.
Okay.
But just again, oh my god, I don't want to keep boring answers, but just a couple like 3, 4 billion, I'll say. Because
That's so close I want to give it to you, but the answer, believe it or not, is 1 rat for 1 human.
so
7
it is.
to 8 billion.
That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like,
There are 7
there's
to 8
that
billion
many-
rats on planet Earth. There are 7 to 8 billion humans.
In my head, I'm like, is there more or less rats than humans? And that's why I was in the billion numbers. 'Cause I'm like,
Interesting. Your
I went
instincts have been
way
very good.
lower.
I would give you half credit for that. If you get this one as close, I'll give you half credit.
the pigeon.
How many pigeons?
The pigeon.
On the planet.
Less. On the planet.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, pigeons. I don't want to say there's as many, but I might be wrong there.
I'm not giving anything away over here. I might go stand in the hall.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for the water.
You're very welcome for this torture. Water for torture.
It's better than water for chocolate.
You know what? Since
That
I
movie
was
sucks.